India is at crossroads. With depleting squadron strength, the Indian Air Force urgently needs a fifth generation fighter jet. Two world-renowned fighter jets recently flexed at Aero India 2025, a biannual event held in Bengaluru from 10 to 14 February. The star attractions at the event were the American F-35 and the Russian Su-57. This was the first time in history that the aircraft from two rival countries shared the same stage. But which one is better for India? And what factors should drive this decision? Let's break it down. First, let's look at the two aircraft. The US F-35, built by the US-based Lockheed Martin, is considered the most advanced stealth fighter in the world. It has cutting-edge avionics, unmatched stealth, and the ability to operate in highly contested airspace. On the other hand, the Russian Su-57, developed by Sukhoi, is a twin-engine stealth fighter jet with high maneuverability, strong firepower, and lower operational costs. On paper, both jets are impressive. The US F-35 flies at top speed of Mach 1.6, while the Russian Su-57 is slightly faster at Mach 2. The US F-35's combat range is 1,500 kilometers, whereas the Su-57 can fly up to 1,900 kilometers, that too without refueling. But the real difference is stealth and the technology. The American F-35 has superior radar invisibility and sensor fusion, meaning it can detect and engage targets before being detected itself. On the other hand, the Russian Su-57, while stealthy, does not match the US F-35's level of radar evasion. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: money. The US F-35 doesn't come cheap. It's a pretty penny. Each F-35 costs around $80 to $110 million, and its lifetime operational cost is estimated at $1.5 trillion. Meanwhile, the Russian Su-57 is significantly cheaper, with a per unit cost of around $35 to $40 million, and also the maintenance is also a big factor. The US F-35 spare parts are tightly controlled by the US, which could create heavy logistical challenges. The counterpart, Su-57, being Russian, is more compatible with India's existing fleet, and it also offers easier maintenance and repairs. Beyond specs and cost, the decision is now deeply strategic. The F-35 would enhance India's synergies with the Quad allies, the US, Japan, and Australia. What does it mean? This means that this could be crucial in countering China's growing military presence. However, it would also mean the greater reliance on US policies, which could limit India's strategic autonomy. On the other hand, the Russian counterpart has been India's longest defense partner, providing key military assets. Choosing the Russian Su-57 would reinforce the partnership and keep India from over-aligning with the West. But here is the issue. The Russian Su-57 is still in limited production, and its operational capabilities are yet not fully tested. There's also the Indian option, the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, also known as AMCA, developed by Indian government-owned Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL), but Here's the catch. AMCA is still in the designing phase, and history tells us such projects take decades. The US F-35 alone took 16 years to become operational, and India's AMCA might not be even ready before 2040. This means, for now, imports are inevitable. And I quote Air Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh, Atmanirbharta cannot come at the cost of national defense preparedness. So, what's the verdict? The F-35 is without a doubt undoubtedly the most advanced, offering superior stealth, combat capabilities and network integration with India's allies. But it comes at a high cost and with strategic strings attached. The Russian Su-57 is cheaper, easier to integrate with India's current fleet, and maintains our long-standing ties with Russia. However, delayed production and less advanced stealth technology are concerns. Ultimately, India must decide what matters more: cutting-edge capabilities and alliance building with the US, or cost effectiveness and strategic autonomy with Russia. The final decision rests with the Indian government and the Indian Air Force, which must weigh both immediate needs and long-term implications. Which jet should India choose? Let us know in the comments. For more in-depth analysis, stay tuned to Defend Talks.